Wow, welcome to the Scaled Down Livestream, where we dive into all things downsizing, aging, and everything in between. I'm your host, Natalie Lewin of Lux Transitions, and each week we bring you expert insights, personal stories, and practical advice to help you navigate this important life transitions. So, today we are delighted to have Dodona Rabosi with us, a seasoned real estate expert who has been serving the Naples, Florida area for over 14 years. Dodona is part of a rich family run real estate team, and her journey from Albania to Naples has given her a unique perspective on this beautiful region. Naples offers a charming European vibe with its pristine beaches, outdoor shopping, warm weather, and a welcome community to snowbirds. So, whether you're considering a permanent move, a place to snowbird in the winter, or just curious about Naples' real estate market, Dodona is here to share her invaluable insights. So, while we're waiting for our wonderful guests to appear, how's everybody doing? I feel like this talk is perfect timing as the weather in Toronto is getting a little bit chilled. And yeah, so we're perfect speaking to a Florida realtor and giving you some options for what this winter could feel like. Let's see where she's at. Any questions for our guests while we're waiting? Hold on, let's check on her. So I do these lives from home, and in front of my condo is a field, and there's like some party going on. So I don't know if you can hear in the background the music, but I'm kind of like dancing and jiggling. Hold on. So I guess while we're waiting for her to pop on as well, how are you guys feeling about the real estate market? Any questions? Any anticipations, fears? What are you guys thinking? Talk to me. At least just say hi. Hi, I'm here. Hold on. Okay, our guest is here. Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm great. So good to see you, even though it's just virtual.
Yeah, so good to see you after so long as well, and you look great.
You as well.
Sorry, it took me a while. I took me a
It's
while to
okay.
figure it out, but we're here. And the
We
palm
are
trees are
here.
here too. Look at the palm trees. Say hello.
Yes. And you're looking beautiful.
You always do.
So, before we jump in, tell me what is happening fun and exciting in your world?
What is happening fun and exciting in my world? Uh, Business is doing great. I actually just came from a business conference with Tony Robbins, which is exactly where we met as well.
Yes.
Business Mastery. So it was a fabulous event, and I'm so pumped up about that. It's a lot of tools, a lot of skills, a lot of beautiful connections in there. And Tony's upping his game even more after every training that he does. He brings more and more skills. So it was amazing.
He's
Um,
fantastic.
Business is
Absolutely
changing.
fantastic.
Absolutely. Business is changing as of August 1st. There was a lot of changes due to a lawsuit that you may have heard in US that is changing the way we do business.
Right.
And I'm so excited about that because what that brings is that brings the necessity, just like we used to list sellers in the past. Now we have to list buyers as well. One of the things that we kept saying in real estate all the time is, first of all, is the skills that pays the bills, and I'm excited that I worked on my skills for the past week. And the other thing is, real estate for ages, always what we used to say was list to last.
Right.
List sellers to last. And not everybody wants to list the sellers.
Right.
But not everybody can, because it takes certain level of skills.
Right.
So those realtors that have those skills would list and would last. What is happening right now with the new changes is we also have to list the buyers.
Right.
And if you have the skills to list the sellers, you have the skills to list the buyers. As of August 1st, we cannot show a house to a buyer without having them sign an agreement with us that they want us to represent them. And they would not list an agreement with us. They would not list an agreement with us. They would not sign an agreement with us unless they know that we have the skills. So I'm excited about that, because in our team, we work to improve those skills every day. So we could get the commitment of the buyers to sign with us as well and to present them in the real estate market in Naples.
Perfect. Well, it's exciting, I guess. Maybe a little fearful for some. Us on this side of the pond, we are not, that lawsuit did not affect us or impact us at all. But it's definitely something for us to also take heed with, because sometimes, when you guys cough, we are sneezing as well. So let's get into it. I know that you're from Albania to Naples, and you came during a slow job market, an interesting real estate season. Can you tell us about your background, how you started, why you started, and how you got to where you are today?
I will, but I want to, before I say that, I want to jump into, you mentioned when we cough, you said something, when we cough, you do what?
We're sneezing.
Well, the thing is that we're not coughing. The non-skillful ones are coughing, but the market is not. There is a change in our market, and I'm excited about that change, because it's going to have the skillful agent shine. The one that works on the skills, the one that works to help their client, they're going to shine, and the others one are going to get out of the market. So I have no reason to cough or to be fearful. So I'm actually excited about that, because it's really going to have go to the next level, the ones that come with the skills, and it's going to require us to improve more of those skills and show the value to the client. So I'm good about that.
Amen.
And yes. So there's no coughing over here. It's always good weather in Florida. And yes, you're right. I came in U.S. in 2007, with towards the end 2008, a very tough market, and I got my license in 2009. That was a tough market. Talking about tough market, that one was a tough market. But I didn't know what to compare it with, so it was all good to me, and started working since then in real estate, one day at a time, one deal at a time. I'm actually today 16 years in the business, and I'm still working with the same broker that I signed up with in 2009. I went out, tried some other ones, and came back to the same. I missed the rest of your question.
So, well, I guess you answered part of it, but wanted to know a little bit about your background and how you got from, well, you're with the same brokerage for 14 plus years. That's amazing. Yeah. So how has it been from then till now?
It's a beautiful growth. I remember that I always been focused on the skills. I love learning. So I remember when I got my license at first, one of the teachers kept saying, "Don't go where you get 100% of commission, but go where they are going to teach you how to do what you're supposed to do." Because let's face it, in real estate, it's so easy to get in. Everybody get the license right away, and we think that we're ready to rock and roll, and we're not. Right. To become a great doctor, to become a great engineer, to become a great whatever, you have to put certain years of schooling in that degree before you can perform in that degree. To become a realtor, you need a few weeks of getting some studies to get the license, and then you're ready to go. But that doesn't mean that you're ready to really serve. To
Right.
really serve, you have to keep working on those skills. And I went first with this brokerage because they were offering excellent training, because that's where we learn. We learn on the job. And I kept learning. I kept learning since then. I left to go to some national other brokerage in town at that time, thinking that would offer me more opportunities. I got value from them, but then I was comparing again, and I saw again the value that I had at my particular broker, not because of the company. She's actually with a different company right now, but because of the way that she was handling business with everybody. Her name is Connie. So whoever wants to join Connie Troop at Royal Shell here in Naples, come on board. I have a broker's license myself. I'm not excited about being a broker on my own because I love to sell. I love to build the real estate dreams of my clients, and I want to be on the sales part. But I love working with Connie and how she acts with all the realtors in our team, and how she takes good care of us. And that's what brought me back in here. The new brokerage where she's at right now is not the same brokerage that I signed up with several years ago that was teaching us. Right now, she only brings on the brokerage people that already know how to do business. You have to produce a certain level of production every year, a certain number of transactions every year to be able to qualify to join Royal Shell. So she's only working with top producers right now. But right now, I'm beyond that first levels of training that it was offered at that time. So I don't need that. Right now, I'm attending a lot of trainings with Tony Robbins, in building the business, attending a lot of training with Buffini and Company in Better to Serve the Realtors. That is a real estate focus hyper. So I'm still doing the learning to bring the best skills to the clients, but in another aspect right now. And I like to partner with Connie and Royal Shell because their business model is also based on relationships. And yeah, that's it.
So let's jump further in. How does the Naples real estate market compare to other popular Canadian destinations for snowbirds, such as Florida's East Coast or Arizona?
It's a different market. I was in West Palm right now, so we have a lot of similarities with that. But the most part of the East Coast is different from us because we would see a lot of the, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of short-term rentals are not allowed in our market. So there's only a few properties far in between that would allow a weekly rental in our market. And if you're into looking for something like that, once you find that rare find, you're winning in that section because it's a small section of them allowing weekly rentals, but most of them would require 30-day minimum or more on the rental side. And a lot of Canadians, when if they buy for rental, would keep this in mind. A lot of them buy as snowbirds. What makes it interesting is the connection that we have with Fort Myers Airport. From Fort Myers Airport to Naples is a 30 minutes drive, and there is a lot of direct flight for you guys coming from Toronto down here. But there is a lot of good connections from Toronto nearby airports to Fort Lauderdale, which we are 1 hour 30 minutes away. And a lot of my Toronto clients would do actually that flight. They come here Friday night, they leave Monday morning, they get some sunshine over the weekend in their condo, and they just go back and rock and roll in Toronto. So the market in here has a variety of properties, all the way from the low 200 two-bedroom condo. So it's a high price market, but it's a wide market of availability from a two-bedroom condo in the low 200s up to, are you ready for this?
Tell me, I'm ready.
The most expensive property available for sale today in the entire US is $295,000 and happens to be here in Naples.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm going to drop you the link right now. So yeah, so we have quite variety from the low 200s, from 295 millions,
Right. So the high
and
two.
anything in between. And I could help your clients pick up any one of those.
Right. Oh, I love that. I love that. So, what should Canadian snowbirds be aware of in terms of property taxes, ownership regulations when purchasing real estate in Naples?
We're very Canadian loving. So if
Nice
Canadians want
to
to buy,
hear.
yes, we are. So if they want to buy in here, the doors are open. The rules for them to buy are very similar for the rules for anybody that will buy from anywhere in US that is not using that as a primary home. Is going to be the same tax rate. The tax rate in Naples, which is part of Collier County, is about 1% of the property value. And that's the same whether you're Canadian or American. The only difference is if it's your primary home. Other than that, whether you're from Canada or from New York, we love you the same.
We love to hear that.
Yes.
So, are there any specific financial considerations? Well, I guess you shared that, but any specific financial considerations or benefits for Canadian buyers in Naples, such as currency exchange rates or mortgage options?
There are a lot of good mortgage options. I have connections in there that would help make it possible. There has been a lot of 30% down options for Canadians, and Royal Bank of Canada is a very good one on that. I have connections that I've been working with and has a lot of experience in this field with our market, but other places in US as well. So financing is possible. There is also hard money potentials as well if somebody wants to go that route and is looking for something to be paid at a shorter time frame.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. What are the key factors Canadian snowbirds should consider when looking for a second home or vacation property in Naples?
Um, it's their lifestyle, and it's the lifestyle that you want to be looking for. Um, quite often we end up buying with the price is very important. We can only buy within the price that we can buy. Uh, but within that price, you'd have many options, and lifestyle is the one you want to be looking for in order to be winning on that choice for the long run. And you don't have to switch that in a year or two or three or five. And in my process, as I'm helping the clients to find what they're looking for, I focus heavily on that of understanding their needs. Quite often, we all want to be in control of what we do.
Right.
And quite often I see the clients coming with this conviction that they know what they're doing. And they know. I work with a lot of smart clients. They know what they're doing. But it's good to get the perspective of the others. So I'm walking them all the time through this path of understanding them better, why they want what they say they want. And this is a Tony tools. I'm trying to find out the why. Why are they choosing to want these? Because the more I dig deeper into that, we may find out that they're looking for the wrong tool to serve this specific requirement. So I'm trying to figure out that right tool that will serve their lifestyle the best.
Okay.
So my goal is to understand them better and better in their lifestyle, what they're looking for, and serve their lifestyle. Once we serve the lifestyle that they're looking for, they're going to be on that property for the long run with no need to change a few years down the road.
Perfect. So, are there any specific communities or developments in Naples that are particular popular or well suited for snowbirds?
All of them. It's again from the low 200,000. I have Canadian clients living in those to all the way up in price because um, everybody has different needs and everybody has different wants and everybody has different potential. So what happens in Florida and in Naples specifically, a lot of communities, even though they may be single family homes, they are treated as a condo in the way that they're being served, with the maintenance being taken care of by the association, whether it is a single family home or a condo. The maintenance is taken care of, so it's a turnkey situation. You go home for the summer, you just turn the key. Somebody's taking care of your grass around you. Somebody's taking care of cleaning everything around your property. So there is different options from the low 200 to the many millions that would have this service built in for them. I don't want to quote any neighborhoods. Pelican Bay is a favorite one because it offers access to the private beach. And out of 3 beachfront restaurants in town, 2 of them happens to be in Pelican Bay. And Pelican Bay itself happens to have property from the 2-bedroom condo in the 600s all the way to the tens of thousands of millions. So, and the same happens with other areas of the town as well.
Okay. Beautiful. So let me ask you, are there many gated communities that cater to 55 plus?
There is a lot of them are gated community.
Okay.
There is communities catering to the 55 plus. Luckily, even the ones that don't have the word 55 plus are catering beautifully to the 55 plus. So
Okay.
Pelican Bay, I'm going to drop you the link on the comments once we're done. Pelican Bay specifically um, offers exactly that. Offers all the amenities that you would need: the social activity schedule, the tennis, the beach access, you name it. Every activity you can think of with the golf and everything is there. So, and a lot of social activities happening other than the sports activities. So many communities that don't call themselves 55 plus actually serve the 55 plus very well. We're catering to that clientele. But guess what? Even the one that is not 55 is having a lot of fun in Naples.
So good to hear. Sounds like there's at least a mix of generations, which is always fun.
Yes.
Um, I know you said all of the communities are great, but are there any new upcoming developments that our listeners might want to hear about?
Absolutely. So Seasons is building a brand new project by the beach right now, and so it's Ritz Carlton. And
Okay.
I'll put you the link for those as well. It's going to be a beautiful village right there by the beach being built. So I'm gonna share you both links with both information in there. Those are absolutely 2 beautiful project right there by the beach. As I mentioned earlier, it's only 3 beachfront restaurants in town. 2 of them are happening to be in Pelican Bay, and which is an older community, has been there for a while. Funny enough, even within Pelican Bay, there is a new high rise going on right now. Epic and Mystique, one is built, one is being built. Those are going to have restaurants built into the buildings as well. I'm going to drop you the link for those as well. But what I was saying earlier about Ritz and Seasons, that that's going to be right by the beach. So it's going to offer more access to beachfront restaurants that are associated with the properties that uh, as are associated with the residencies and are going to be only accessible by the residents of those 2 projects.
Okay. And so only accessible by the residents of those 2 projects, or are
Parts of,
there
parts of them, yes. Parts of
parts?
them are going to be exclusive to the owners.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Beautiful. And what did you say that was? Sunrise?
Seasons,
Seasons. My apologies.
yes.
Okay, great.
I'll
Um,
drop the link once we're done. I'll drop the link for all of those because those are projects that are in the works, and it's a perfect timing to catch up on them right now.
okay. And so are there any perks for purchasing in those projects at the moment?
Yes, because you're buying at the build level,
Right.
and you have those prices are going to go up down the road, and you're locking up the prices right now.
Perfect.
You have the prices right now.
So let me ask you, what else do you think that we need to know about Naples real estate? And if somebody was thinking, whether they're thinking about a permanent move to Florida or just thinking about snowbirding in the winter months. What else do we need to know?
There is, as you mentioned earlier, is a good mixture of different generations in here. It's a place that caters to the younger and the not so young, the young and the young at heart, so caters to everybody. It's a place that it's peace and quiet, but also if you want the nightlife is there as well. Like Mercado has a lot of the nightlife. Downtown Naples has a lot of the nightlife as well. And it's only 2 hours away from Miami if you want an even more intense nightlife as well. It's a place where we are the pickleball capital of the world. So there is more pickleball being played here, and there's where the championships are happening. So if you or anyone you know wants to come and be on one of those tournaments, Naples is the place to go. There's a lot of sports activities happening. There's a lot of communities with a lot of amenities that are built in such a way that you don't even have to leave the community. You just bike around your community and you have everything you need in there.
Okay. And great social lives. You know, as you said, I forgot that Florida is the pickleball capital. That's actually where I first heard it. Heard
Yes.
about this pickleball craze was in Florida.
Yeah, and it's specifically Naples. And when
Right.
you come down here, I'm gonna bring you to where the courts of the capital are.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good. Okay. So, you know what? Before we wrap up, we have a little fun segment to finish things off. It's time for some rapid fire questions to get a glimpse of the lighter side of our guest. So, are you ready for a quick round, Dodona?
I don't know. Let me get ready.
Let me get ready. So, beach or mountain?
I love them both. I live in a beach, but I love exploring the mountains, and I love skiing, and I love going to North Carolina and to all the ski places for a few days, and then come back to the beach. So yes, beach,
Beach.
but sometime in the mountain for a change.
Got it. Wine or beer?
Definitely wine.
Definitely wine. Burger or steak?
Definitely steak.
Ooh, girl, I love it. Fancy. um, and that's about it. That is about it. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you guys for joining us today. I'm Natalie Lewin of Lux Transitions, a realtor with Keller Williams Portfolio in Toronto. I specialize in helping older adults 65 plus scale down to their next chapter. I'm passionate about assisting and educating people on this important piece of their journey. So if you or someone you know is considering a transition, please DM me to schedule a discovery call. Remember, life is beautiful, and I'm here to make you make the most of it. So tune in next week when we're speaking with Andrea Allen from the University of Toronto. She'll be enlightening us on the critical topic of elder abuse, including how people can recognize the signs and how to support a loved one who may be vulnerable in this situation. So don't miss this important discussion. So look forward to seeing you. Stay beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Natalie, for making this possible. And I love what you're doing. Keep doing that and stay connected.
All righty.
Thank you. Bye-bye.